What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? We're back with episode 71 of Life is Strange. I'm your host, Show, aka Shogun, and as always, I got Crispy and Brendan with me. Let's get it.
Always ready.
Yeah, always.
Even though I stepped away for a second.
Always ready. That's why I just found that ironic. He says always ready as he's like, stepping out for a minute.
As I'm like getting ready.
Listen. I just gotta give this disclaimer. I might sound like I'm talking a little crooked just because my wisdom tooth is all messed up right now. So I'm kind of talking sideways. So I might have a minor lisp.
That's all right.
Like a Mike Tyson.
Which wisdom tooth
Bring it
was
to
it?
you. You've always had one. I'm kidding.
Really?
I'm kidding. No, I just want you to question reality.
I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised. But to answer your question, Chris, it's my bottom right. My bottom right wisdom tooth. It's my last one coming out, and it just came out all messed up.
Well,
what do you call it? Impacted or something like that?
Yeah, impacted. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out like that. Mm-hmm.
They usually when they take one, they're supposed to take like all of them, aren't they?
He only took out.
You can choose to. You don't have.
Yeah, you don't have to. He only took out the one right above it, which was my top right. He only took that one out. But
if they take out one on one side, they're supposed to take out both from that side. Isn't that what it was? I thought that's what it was. Like I know there's something where they take one, they got to take at least one more. Like you can never get just.
I mean, you can associate his mouth with a car if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, you take out one tire, you're supposed to replace all of them. It's kind of
yeah. Literally. That's so funny.
But like, you could kind of like choose. It's a choice. They really give you a choice because I remember someone where I used to work at did the same thing, and they just chose to get them all taken out in one shot, and it's one of the most painful things you can do.
I got them all taken out. I got all four taken out at once.
How'd they do it?
And you got it over.
Yeah, I got it over. I mean, when I got it done probably. Like I think we were grad school probably. It's like 2017, 2018. I think I got them out, and they just took all. I think I needed I needed both my bottom ones out, so they just took all four. I think I had the same thing. They were like compacted, whatever the term was. Mm-hmm. And I remember they gave me the gas. So you don't really you don't feel it. Obviously, you kind of just like they're working in your mouth, and but you don't like feel anything besides a little bit of you just feel like maybe like a little bit of like the pressure of whatever is drilling in there. And it was so funny because when they were drilling whatever shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? When they were doing when they had
y'all been doing good. Y'all been ignoring them.
Yeah, the drill bit. It must have broken off. It broke off, whatever it was. It broke off in my mouth and fell it got stuck in my gum, in the socket where my tooth was, where they took the tooth out of. The drill bit got fell off the thing and into that little socket. So they had to put me under again and go back in. They realized it after they sewed me up too. They kind of they don't really sew it up, but they kind of I think they do. They kind of sew it up.
Yeah, they stitch it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they stitch it a little bit, and they realized afterwards that it was in my mouth because they did a quick X-ray, and they were like, "Shit, we got to go back in." I was like, "Are you guys fucking kidding me?" And then they gave me the gas again, and then
you get malpractice.
Well, no, because the doctor who did it was actually my mom's friend because my mom's a nurse, and
that's so.
I thought it was really funny. I was like, "Mom, your friend almost fucked up,"
Yo, what the hell?
And she was like, "Oh my god,
you're not gonna sue me because it's your mom."
No, but it was just so funny because they were I mean because they work in she has a practice and it's what she does for a living. It's not like it was just randomly, "Oh, I'll do this for you." It's it's what she does for a living. But they did mess up, so I mean
that makes it awkward.
It was kind of
because all right, you're our friend, but we won't go to you.
I remember because what happened was they had they had thought they were done, right? So they brought she was talking to my mom, and then as they were realizing there was wait a minute, I guess the bit was unaccounted for, and they were realizing that it was possibly still in my mouth, while she was talking to my mom, and just her look of oh shit, I fucked up. My mom was just wait, what's going on? And just how quickly it switched. I was like, oh my god, this is funny and awkward.
That sucks, bro. They tried to go back twice.
Yeah, dude, that much gas made me feel nauseous as hell. I will tell you. As much as I loved it the first time, after too much of it, I started getting dizzy and nauseous. Definitely.
Oh my! See, now they took out the top one because it irritated the bottom one. The bottom one's not even completely out yet. And what sucks is that I ended up getting an abscess tooth because of that shit not being completely out. So my whole face was swollen, bro. And that pain, I never felt no pain like that in my life.
Yeah, the tooth pain is hardcore. Tooth pain is hardcore.
Bro, took me out, bro. Like, literally, I felt...
It's like a pressure.
Huh?
It's like an insane pressure, and your brain is right there.
And the nerve shoots down to like your jawline too, which permeates your skull.
And you feel it in your spine, bro. I couldn't sit. Like, I really couldn't sit. I had to like lay down, bro. And it felt so hopeless.
Have you seen the videos of how they actually?
I'm so hopeless.
I shit you not, bro. I was miserable, bro. I was so fucking hopeless. Like, I was dead ass crying, bro. The pain was so bad, I was dead crying. That pain was terrible,
bro. That's just the perfect word. Because if you got anybody helping you or taking care of you, like, you know, in any situation, you feel completely helpless, bro. You're like, you just feel like a piece of meat that needs to be carried around,
bro. And to make it worse, he gave me amoxicillin, right? And it was too weak. And I had naproxen as a painkiller, bro. The pain literally went through both my meds.
Oh.
So I'm sick. What? Yes, bro. My pain went through both of my meds. It didn't do nothing. Well, amoxicillin is not.
Wait. What type of meds were you taking?
Amoxicillin is not for. It's not for painkillers. It's basically, you know, just for bacteria.
Okay,
so that didn't do nothing.
Right?
No. But naproxen is a painkiller, and that shit didn't do nothing, bro. Like, that painkiller was trash. I was basically sitting through the pain for like the first 2 days, bro. Miserable. I still can't eat fully. Like, and by fully, I mean I can't open my mouth completely. I'm literally taking baby bites like I'm 3, bro.
Jeez. Have you? Have you seen the videos of how they actually cut out your wisdom teeth? Like what they do?
No, come on, bro. Why would anybody look?
Well, because I was having it done, so I was curious. They cut your teeth like into like cut your gum down, obviously, and then they like cut the tooth like into like quarters. They like cut it in like fourths and like cut it in half and like take it out like bit by bit. It's like very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, but it also could result in fragments that go deep and get lodged and cause infections, and then you die.
Yeah, well, you know.
I know that's the beauty in it. That's what you wanted to see. You just wanted to see it.
That's kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah, you just
as long as it doesn't happen to me or anyone I know, then I could give a shit.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But then again, you don't feel that way.
See, I was gonna ask this question now that you say that because I seen a TikTok and it was like you got a deal from the devil, right?
Yeah.
You got a debit card with infinite money.
Uh-huh.
And you get to choose someone that has to die, but you have to know them. It has to be someone you met throughout your life. Are you gonna do it? Oh, and also it doesn't affect you going to heaven or hell.
I already said yes.
That's out the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, so it didn't even matter. Like,
I mean, he was just wondering whether or not what he added would change your mind, but I guess nothing will change your mind. You just want to say yes.
No. Whatever supposed afterlife may exist, I don't really, whether I go there or not doesn't really, affect my decision making.
You're just gonna cash out. Fuck it, while I'm alive, I'm gonna cash out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only certain this mortal coil exists, so I might as well enjoy my time here.
Well, you put it like that, you know. No.
I mean, I'm sure I could think of at least one person that I know that I genuinely don't like, even though, I put on a facade to like them, maybe even someone on this podcast. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just kidding.
It's like, well, Chris, 50-50 chance, one of us die.
That was Chris, obviously.
Oh, damn.
It's always going to be me, bro. Always going to be me. There's always that one person in every friend group. It's like pairs. Like, who each person would probably kill if it came down to it, right? Like, that person would probably kill that person. In every situation, Brendan would let me go.
Damn.
And it would be a dramatic scene with music, me reaching out, his hand reaching out, and at the last second the music drops, his hand just pulls away. And he's just smiling or something. I don't even know. Did I portray it perfectly?
You thought? You thought?
Yo, what's that hip hop song this girl came out with? You thought I was fake?
Oh my god. You stupid, bro.
Yo, he would look at me and go like,
Ice Spice, baby. That's me.
Ice Spice. So I was feeling you?
I missed you, fellas. For real. It's been a crazy week for sure, man. If you guys, what's the biggest? Just want to cover the week for all of us. What's the biggest piece of news you guys take from this past week? Because it was so much news, but everyone probably has a different piece of news that they remember. So what was like one piece you remember?
For me, it's fresh off the wild card weekend for football. New York Giants won the first playoff game since like
Hell yes. That's your week right there.
Fantastic. Oh my god. I mean, literally, I think there's a game going on right now. Actually, the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, but I don't really care about that game. Either way, either team who loses is kind of good, so I don't really care.
Yeah, only Cowboys fans care about.
Yeah, exactly. And Brady's just kind of embarrassing this year. So the Giants won. I mean, we'll start off with the first game, which was the 49ers and the Seahawks. The 49ers played an amazing game, and it's crazy because they're playing with their third string quarterback right now, Brock Purdy, who's not even their first two quarterbacks got injured during the season. They're playing with their third string, who's like it's his rookie year. He was drafted he wasn't I think he was drafted one of the last draft picks in the draft or whatever. He was like a nobody, and all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, he's really good. He's won since he's been playing. He's played the last 7 games. He's won every single one. It's ridiculous. He's like, everyone's like, who is this guy? He came out of nowhere, and he's like amazing, and he's like 22. It's ridiculous. That was kind of cool. And then after that, there was the Jaguars and the Chargers, which is great because they're both led by two decent quarterbacks who are probably this is their third year in the NFL, and they're both perceived to be prodigies, and they both been ass until this year actually. But what is it? The Chargers were winning 27-0 going into the half. And then somehow miraculously in the second half of the game, the Jaguars came back and won the game 31-30, and after being down 27-0, and it was the biggest comeback in the NFL postseason history ever, which was very interesting. And then yesterday, which was the best day in my opinion, the Bills won, which was everyone expected because the Bills were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were playing with a third string quarterback, but they put up a much better fight than people anticipated. But that game was, went about as you would think because the Bills won. But the Giants won against the Vikings, which was the big upset, but an upset that I kind of saw coming personally. And I was so happy. Daniel Jones played the best game of his entire career.
Danny Dimes, baby.
He
did you guys catch the meme that was going around after the game?
Oh, I saw
him with the chain.
Oh, yeah. Because of the Kirk Cousins. Yeah. Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Yo, the kid is. I mean, it's all but the best for him. I know he's had an up and down season, but the kid has the potential to be very special. So it's still there. Let's see how this played. You know how Eli was, man. It's something about this kid. You know how Eli was when it came to the playoffs. For some reason, he would turn that shit on, and it would just be pinpoint passing, everything. I'm not saying he's gonna be Eli, but so far with the way he performed, no one expected 300 yards, bro. That's just. Running like crazy.
I think it was he was the first quarterback ever to have 375 plus passing yard, or no, 375 combined total passing and rushing yards.
Yeah, total yard.
And won the game. And I think there was a few other stats. He was the first. He had a number of first time QBs in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a league that had Russell Wilson in it, a league that had Pat Mahomes. These kids run too.
Get this though. He completed. What is it? He rushed 17 plays. He completed 17 rushing plays, right? Daniel Jones throughout the game. Saquon only had 9. Isn't that ridiculous? That's how much they were relying on his.
Wasn't it a touchdown?
Exactly. Yeah. But it's just ridiculous. Daniel Jones, he's their quarterback, and they're relying on him to be a fucking running back. You know what I mean? He's
I don't think it's ever been. I mean, Russell Wilson did it. But let's see how
he's more like Kaepernick than Eli Manning.
Yeah, I would say you're right. I would say, well, yeah, of course. I feel but that's the key, right? It's that passing along with the running game, right?
Yeah, he's
when it combines together, it's so special.
Yeah, he's throwing bullseyes the whole game. He was on fire.
Bro, that touchdown he threw, I think they were tied at 17, and he threw a touchdown, and he beamed it right through. It was a far pass. But he just beamed it right through, and the catcher didn't even really have to do much.
It was just very they just looked very confident the way they were driving up the field in a way that was just very I don't know. It was very. It's almost like
oh shit. That's what got everyone excited. Yeah, is the way that they were going up the field.
Exactly. Great momentum. Great. Just it was amazing.
Effective.
Now to be fair, they're coming up against the Eagles next week, and the Eagles are had the best record in the NFL I think this year. So it's going to be a tough game, but
that's what I'm saying. You got to see what happens. But
with this momentum,
you can't lie. You have the pieces on this team.
Yeah, and they got great momentum right now. I mean, I just love Brian Daboll, their coach. Is just he's coach of the year without a doubt for me. The way they turn the team
around. Bro, both years we won the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's a New York energy, but both years we won the Super Bowl with Eli. it was the same thing. I think one year we played horrendous.
Yeah, they barely made the play. That's in 2012.
We barely made the playoffs, and just like this year, we clinched it in the last game. And it's like, okay, the pieces are here. We've been trying to figure it out all season. We've had an up and down season, but we've beaten quality teams. We've lost to bad teams, but we've also had good games against good teams that we lost. So like you see this season, bro, they have the pieces. If it comes together at the right time and Danny Dimes keeps on doing what he's doing, honestly, that's all you need in a playoff run because it's one and done. That's how you get to the Super Bowl. You peak at the right time.
I agree.
So I don't care if other teams are better than us or they have a better record or anything, bro. Are you peaking at the right time?
Hey, they always
it's dangerous.
They always say the playoffs is like a new season basically. So like you really can't rely on the the regular season to anticipate the postseason because like playoff football, as we saw, like all the games this week were very close games. Like all the every game there was like I feel like maybe the only game that was like an absolute blowout might have been the very first game, the 49ers and the Seahawks. That was probably the least close game.
Oh, they trashed.
The rest of them were because they won like 41-17. So like the rest of the games were fairly close because.
Well, I mean, the Giants were up big too.
Yeah, they were up
23-7.
Yeah, well, they were up, but then the Vikings tied it, and then they scored another touchdown and were up like 31-24.
Actually, it was like 17-7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, they had a good 10-point margin for a while, and then they tied. Then the Vikings tied. I forget the score was when they tied it, but they tied the game. Might have been 14 or 17. Yeah. So I don't remember, but still, they tied it up, and then the Giants were able to score again on the next drive. So that was just very, very fortunate.
Yep. Good luck to the Giants as always.
Yeah, and
underdogs.
That's always such a fucking awesome team to make the playoffs.
I know, dude.
It's even. I mean, the Knicks don't make it, but like every time the Knicks make it, like, you know, we haven't made it and been dominant. You know what I mean? Football, like you said, has that feeling when you get to the playoffs, it's brand new. You feel so when the Giants make it or the Jets make it, which
maybe next year,
but maybe next year. But when the Giants make it, bro, like there's so much energy behind that team because no one cares. Everyone's like, let's go. There are no fans that care about any of the games. No, everyone's 100% rooting. Like when the Knicks go, it's like we usually are the underdogs. Like, yeah, we cheer for a little bit, but once we go down 2-0, we give up. And then we just slowly like taper off. But we show up for like game 4 and have a ton of fun. This year might be special.
Yeah.
We might have a good team on our hands this year for the Knicks, but like it's just so awesome for the Giants to make it and then to win. Like it wasn't just all right, you made it here, but they won, so let's go.
Yeah. And the one last game I did want to mention too was the Bengals and the Ravens played last night. Also, the Bengals won. Thankfully, I'm a big Joe Burrow fan on the Bengals, so I was very happy. That game was also much closer than it had any right to be because again, we have another third string quarterback playing in the playoffs, which is kind of weird. There's 3 teams with their third string right now because of injuries.
Shows the depth that you got to have at quarterback now. I don't think back then they really cared about third string, fourth string quarterbacks like that.
Yeah,
but lately, you see them popping up.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And Collins still don't got a job, but okay.
That's kind of bullshit. Yeah.
Come on the football side of things, bro. There's so many teams that could have used him for these.
Yeah, he's been wasted. Yeah, his talent's been. I mean, he
I don't even think it's there anymore. I would be surprised if he could still play the same.
Well, not the same. I'm sure he could still play, but definitely not the same. Yeah, but that's just. I mean, it's not even.
My week, I don't even remember my piece of news anymore. That was such a crazy conversation.
Dude, this is like the January football.
Well, I mean, DeMar Hamlin officially went home.
Oh yeah,
at the beginning of the week,
that's
right?
true. Yeah, that is. He did. He went home to Buffalo.
That was huge, and he was just like flying. Like it wasn't even like, oh, he's on his way. Like he just got cleared. Like when the news came out, he was home already. Like they said he flew home this morning. Like, damn, bro. Like talk about revival. You're not trying to play again, right? Because you're moving a little fast.
Yeah, no. He went back to Buffalo, then he checked into a hospital in Buffalo for like a day, and then got cleared to go home. So then now he's home. Yeah,
but still, I mean, to go on a flight with a heart thing that just happened, that's like wild. I would have taken. Why can't you just take a nice coach bus, bro, and maybe rest a little bit?
Put your feet up.
A flight? That's fucked.
I mean, everybody wants to travel fast.
Altitude like that. Yeah, I mean, if you feel fine, you feel fine, right?
Right.
So I just thought that was crazy. I thought that was really, really nuts for him to just go home so quickly like that. But I also learned about the trauma centers and everything that they have for like every NFL team.
Yeah.
I remember reading like a whole day. I read about the rules and what each NFL team has to have like on deck for every game, every home team at least. They have like level 1 trauma centers, which is like what they have for freaking like highway accidents and like shit like that. Like when you have a mobile trauma center like that, that's life saving. Right. So there was a lot of care that he received immediately that really helped him out.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
I
really
would hope
cool.
so. That shit was, that was serious, you know.
If it wasn't for the first responders, people like the people there were working at the venue or at the stadium who responded how they did, then he would have died easily.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean 9 minutes. First of all, 9 minutes of CPR.
Yeah,
come on.
Crazy.
But they didn't mention at first that they had revived his pulse at the game actually twice, and they were doing 9 minutes of CPR with him being revived like in between. I thought the whole time, bro, that night, you have to understand how the world felt. They literally just watched the man get CPR for 9 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
To everyone, that's no oxygen to the brain for 9 minutes. The players, no oxygen to the brain for 9 minutes. That's why they broke down like that. That's why they started crying. Because it's not like, bro, he was gone.
Yep.
But no one's in that immediate circle. No one's in there, you know? In there, what they did was magical. Like, I would love to be a fly just like flying through that area just to see them work. Because what they, to revive him twice.
Out of all things, a fly?
Well, you know, I meant to say, like, I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room, like, to hear that conversation, but I ended up just switching it up because now the fly kind of has to, like, be in the middle of the field, so you just flew through. I changed that on the fly.
Stop. Yo.
Yo. Oh, this is going to be a great episode. I can't. Man. But, yeah, overall, I don't remember any bad news. Maybe there was, but I don't remember any.
I mean, The Last of Us dropped. That was solid.
I have not watched it yet. I have not watched it.
Solid.
Yet. You've watched it. Just give us your idea of what do you think about it? You played the game, right?
Actually, I did not play the game, but I've seen the playthrough of it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I know what happens though.
I actually don't know anyone who's like really watching the show, except for Val, who's watching the show that hasn't played it.
Yeah.
So it's like interesting to hear what you think.
So
about
I remember the playthrough of the first game. So like obviously they did it down to a T, bro. That's crazy. Like though you'll see like the whole first act, bro. Like you every scene you're like, oh, I remember that. Oh, they did it like they literally kept it original.
I saw one screenshot of Pedro Pascal holding Sarah. Right? Like if you could tell what scene it is, you know, bro. It gave me chills.
Is it bad?
Even though the girl looks completely different.
Is it bad that one scene, knowing what's coming from that one scene, makes me not want to watch the first episode? Just because I know what's good. I know what they're gonna obviously like. You know,
yeah, man.
I don't want to watch it.
It's that's the only screenshot I saw, and when I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit!"
So what I'm gonna say is, the first episode is an hour and 20 minutes, so it's kind of like a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
The way I'm telling you now, the way they like the animation is sick, bro. Like the way they did the infected, it's amazing. It looks so good. Like the CGI is so good.
Well, you're talking about Chernobyl, bro. Like, you watched Chernobyl, like the guy who made Chernobyl.
That's probably why I'm so hyped for this. Is that it's being made with Craig Manson. I think his name. I forget his name is, but
yeah.
Still,
But bro, like imagine like radioactive decomposition of the skin and you know the effects that has on the body.
Whoever did it, it's amazing, bro. Like I'm telling you that now, it's so good. Yeah, and
I'm happy.
So far, it seems like it's not gonna rely on jump scares or anything. Is gonna more rely on the atmosphere and like the disturbing factor of seeing some of the infected and stuff like that.
You know, it's interesting you say it's an hour and 20 minutes because when in the game itself, it's one of the sections that I wish was fleshed out a lot more is the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? The outbreak. I wish that was fleshed out. Even though it was a great scene, it was perfect for the actual game experience, right? Like to be, you know, compact, take you through the disaster. It did what it needed to do. But I've always wanted to know more about what happened at that time. Yeah. You find snippets of stories in the game where you hear about like other cities and stuff, like how they broke down.
Mm-hmm.
But I always wanted to see if there was anything more they could add to it. So for the show to be an hour and 20 minutes, that's
so actually, it's funny that you say that because they definitely fleshed out the beginning. So awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. They gave a little more character development in the beginning in the first episode.
I also know, yeah, because I heard Neil Druckmann even giving interviews saying how like this show is giving them like the chance to like explore like more in more detail like sections of the game that like he wanted to, and not having to rely on like the uses of like combat and like the violence and stuff for like entertainment. Like apparently,
it's perfect for.
No, this isn't like spoiling anything, but from what I heard the entire episode 3 is supposed to be like about the entire life and relationship of Bill and his boyfriend. Well, I forget what his name was.
No way, bro.
Yeah. Like it's
the fuck. Are you serious? Yeah. The dude, the friend who's across town. Yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's tough.
So, listen, all I know is I follow this guy Voyager's Revenge, and he has it's a YouTube channel that just does a lot of like gameplay of like Last of Us and games like that, violent games. He had a screening. He went to a private screening, and a bunch of them went. A bunch of YouTubers went, but I follow him, so I saw him do it, and he mentioned that at the end there was a moment that made the whole theater just go crazy. And it was just like
what of episode 1?
I think it was episode 1. It was a screening, a private screening of episode 1 for everyone. And he said at the I don't know if it was the season or the series, but I don't think they would do a screening of the whole season, would they?
Nah.
Do they do that?
I don't think for a whole, not in one sitting. That'd be like 9-10 hours.
Yeah, that's 9 hours, so more than that. So I definitely, since an hour 20 minutes was definitely episode 1. So, do you remember an ending that left you like, let's go?
I don't want to say that, bro. You got to see it for yourself.
No, all right, fine. That's what
I'll tell you one thing, though.
And you said the whole theater went wild.
Ellie, the actress that's Ellie, she's fucking killing it, bro. Like, as Ellie, she's like, she's a little brat. Like, she's literally like Ellie, bro, where she's just a brat. And she be, like, cursing at people and everything, bro.
I was always curious because I only heard her with, like, an English accent because of Game of Thrones. Or whatever accent that is, a Northern European accent. Like I've only heard her like with that. So to be Ellie, she has to have a different accent, more Americanized accent. So it's like and she already had that bratty attitude in Game of Thrones, Bella Ramsey, and she acted as that girl, as the young king, girl.
Yeah, that was her name. Yeah, that was her character's name, the young king girl. You got it.
the young king girl. I mean, you remember her name?
She was something Mormont. Wasn't she like Lyanna Mormont?
She was a Lady Mormont. Yeah, they called her Lady Mormont. Yeah.
But yeah, so besides that,
I'm happy that she's doing great. I mean, when I saw Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker congratulate them, I thought it was cheesy as fuck. I thought it was cringe. I was like, all right, you guys have to say that. But I know Pedro Pascal, bro. He's Joel, bro. I heard a clip of him saying "run" on the trailer. There's one audio of him going "run." It sounds just like Joel.
He may not look like Joel to the T, but he definitely got the personality down. Yeah, like that gruff personality.
He's just.
I think he looks like a real.
He's Spanish Joel. That's what it is. He's just
Well, that is true.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's exactly.
That's one thing that really killed me about the game. Oh, his name is Joel. You mean Joel? It's Joel. You sure? It's Joel to me, bro.
Imagine this name. Imagine this in this show. He's like, oh, now he's Joel.
I was
the video game. That's Joel. This one,
but this was Joel. but nah, it's.
I mean, there's so many scenes. I mean, playing the game, Brendan. Think about the game. Think about all the scenes.
Yeah, I can't wait. Game. I know the game is incredible.
There are so many moments that just rock you to the core the first time I played it. And for so many people to experience this game now in this medium, and for it to be done with this much passion and actually be done right, this has the potential to be one of the most amazing seasons of television. Yeah. For people who haven't played the game, for the first timers, like someone who knows nothing, like my mom is gonna watch it.
Oh my god,
she knows shit about Last of Us, bro, but she loves shows. She's gonna be rocked to the core emotionally with this show.
Well,
I don't even.
Actually, Chris, to go back to what you said about what happened at the end of the first episode that made you be like, "Whoa." all I'm gonna say is the next episode is gonna be crazy because of where it ends at. You know which mission it is. So once it ends, like next episode is.
I don't know which mission it is though. That's
no.
the
When
point.
you watch it, you're gonna know which mission it is. So it's episode 2,
I know,
bro.
Yeah, I know. When I watch it,
episode 2, is gonna get wild, bro.
It's so good, bro. It's so good.
Yeah, man.
We'll see. We'll see like where that's where I'm most curious about too, like where season 1 ends, because it doesn't have to end at the end of the first game, right? Like, and I've always thought, and I want them to do this in the future. It's time. We need to find out what happened to Joel those 20 years after he lost Sarah. Him surviving with Tommy. We need to know. We need something that fleshes that out completely. Like, we need to know what Joel did. Like, it needs to be known. Mm-hmm. We need some substance and some reasoning behind what happened to him in part 2. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, we gotta know more about that one section, and I hope that they do a season.
If they're doing what Brendan said, then they might just throw it in there. Just gotta wait on it.
Hey, if they throw it in the season, that'll be like a whole episode about it or something. That's just.
It seems like they're doing fairly some like episodic, planning around things in the way they're like maybe not telling. Maybe it's not traditionally linear storytelling per se. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit more maybe episodic or like told some
like a different story every
not necessarily, but it's kind of like maybe certain episodes maybe there might be one or two, because that's HBO tends to do that a lot. I notice where like
they might to like combine different parts of the game into one
episode. or like we're like like for instance like the episode involving Bill will probably like, I'm not saying that's going to be the only episode he's in, but I'm probably like they'll probably fit all parts of like his story into like one episode past and present, and it's and it might depending on how long it takes, it might go into the second one, but or I mean into the fourth one. I mean, but crazy. You know what I mean? Just because HBO oftentimes has like standalone episodes that like will focus on maybe like one character in particular for like an episode, or like go off on like a tangent or something in universe, in the world, something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't even really. It's like it's weird watching it and playing it as many times as I've played it. I really don't even care. I just care about how good it is because I want to see what other people think about it. You know what I mean? Because as a fan of it, you kind of live with this. It's weird. You feel like everyone knows about this game, but then all of a sudden it's opened up to the world on HBO, and you realize how many people don't know about this game and don't know about this story. And it's just like let's go, baby, rev it up. Watching it tonight, and then next week I guess we'll give a little review.
Yep.
Of the episode, and we'll do that week to week, maybe a little 15-minute section.
Yeah, 15-minute break. Yeah.
15-minute break.
So, getting into the fruits of our labors.
Let's go.
Did you hear about this married cop that had choo-choo trains around on her?
Oh boy, did I? Yeah.
She went viral instantly, bro. It was a married cop
trying to find that body cam,
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying there. Oh,
so
man.
Apparently she's
body cam. I get it, bro.
So apparently she slept with like 3 coworkers, bro.
Yep.
But allegedly there's a list of at least 5 to 6.
Yeah, I heard it was
had
like
some type of relations with.
I heard she like apparently like got double teamed at the police station or whatever.
That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, guys.
Like
it's just like the world that we live in is like every day some new shit has to happen. Like you've seen it all. Every time you see it all, then some crazier shit comes along.
just one's up.
It doesn't stop, bro.
Yo, like, and you imagine how
at the precinct
at work, bro. Yo, imagine how the husband.
There was lookouts. You imagine there was lookouts.
Well, apparently, you hear the husband is like said he's sticking by. He's like staying with his wife. He's like sticking by.
Nah, bro.
Like what the fuck, man? He's probably a cuck. He's definitely a cuck, and he liked it. That's what it is.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Yo, imagine he was really a cuck and he was watching from the closet with a Superman costume on. Like from Rick and Morty, Jerry. You remember that episode? Jerry's dad was watching his wife have relations with another man, and he would just watch in the closet with a costume on. And believe it or not, some people are like that out there, bro. Fun
I
fact.
don't know, man. It's just this is one of those things that when you hear about it, you're like, fucking humanity, you did it again.
Yep.
You know, and then you just kind of chalk it up and you just add it to the dump of shit that we've done.
What do you mean
over
we've
the
done?
past 50,
I ain't do
60
nothing.
years, bro. Honestly, like, you know, we can't just sit here and say we don't claim them. Like, that's humanity, bro. There's dumb shit like this happens all the time. We're such a bad like rate. Like, to aliens, we would be shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, on the outside looking in, like, if you had a fucking telescope from like the moon and you just had popcorn and just watched the shit we did all day, you know, just like zoomed in on different parts of the planet, and like, you would be like, what the fuck?
Yo,
Endless entertainment.
aliens are
That's
probably
true.
like, yo, if you thought Earth 2022 was bad, look at season 2023.
Yo, word, exactly. What fucking show did this? Where we were seeing, was it Rick and Morty? Where we were one of their seasons. Show me what you.
Oh,
got.
yeah.
Show me what you
We were
got.
just like a season on an alien TV show.
It was a whole like music show where it was like if you had a trash song that blew up the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about.
I was about to say, I was literally about to say, well, I guess we
that's
can't really
crazy.
talk about Rick and Morty.
I wanted to address it before it lasted too long. And
I mean, we could allegedly. So I don't know how true this is. I heard that
It's
that
pretty
case.
damning. It's pretty.
Yeah, it is damning. And I heard that case was from like 2020, and she reopened it because they shut her down the first time. So
Wow.
like she came out, they shut it down.
Wasn't it weird that they stepped away for so long from Rick and Morty?
Did they though? Because
And there was always this excuse about this, about that.
oh, you mean per season?
2020, this shit came out. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim must have.
Yeah,
known
I was gonna
about
say,
it.
yeah, because I didn't realize they were talking like it's been out since 2020, or like again. I guess no one ever, just
Yeah.
no one picked up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it brings to light like all the maybe the delays.
Yeah.
Maybe what was
The only
behind
reason
the
it's
delay.
blowing up now is because it's actually going to trial. Like that's the only reason why it's actually blowing up now, because he got actually federally charged.
He's gonna be on
for
Law
it.
and Crime
Yeah.
Network. He's gonna be on Law and Crime Network on YouTube.
Yeah, but you know what's kind of wild to me though?
Everyone's
I
gonna
feel like
watch.
everyone forgets that Dan Harmon was also accused of some like Me Too shit, like back like a number of years ago. Dan Harmon, the other creative, behind
Really?
Rick and Morty. Yeah, Dan Harmon was because well, if you don't know, Megan Gans, who is one of the executive producers and I think head writers on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She used to work for Dan Harmon on Community, and she I don't know if it was just her, but I think there was more than her actually. But she was one of the people who like came forward with all this evidence of like him like being really. He was like he like tried to pressure her into like a relationship at like the workplace, and like she was not about it, and then he like pretty much like blackballed her and like pretty much like made her career like living hell for like years. And like he was like but he apparently like he like came clean about it and like owned up to it, and I guess that kind of like people forgave him because he wasn't like didn't like
Denying
I guess
it.
dismiss it and deny it, whatever. But like so I guess he kind of avoided being canceled by the mob, but still, so like it's like both parties are kind of like not really looking good in the
That's
eyes of being
crazy.
a human being. Yeah.
This incriminates one incriminated incriminates the other because they've been so intertwined over the last decade or so with their projects. But then who is the one that went on to make Solar Opposites? And was it Dan Harmon or was it Justin Roiland who went on to make Solar Opposites on Hulu? You ever watched that show?
I have watched Solar Opposites. It's all right. It's not as good.
Yeah, it's not as good, but I'm saying like who only one of them went on to make that show.
I think it might have been
They
Dan,
both
no?
didn't go and make that one.
No,
I think it was
Justin
Dan
Roiland
Harmon.
made Justin Roiland is
Solar
Solar
Opposites?
Opposites. Yeah, him and someone else. I forget.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, with someone else. Yeah. So like he has a lot more going. I don't know what Dan's necessarily doing other than what was going to be 6 more seasons of Rick and
Yeah.
Morty that we were supposed to get.
I don't know if they would cancel.
Could Dan continue by himself?
I don't know. See, the thing is, the thing is though, is that they get rid of Justin Roiland, and then like even like he may not be the main creative talent, but like he, in terms of like the aesthetic and like the humor and the voicing, he's like the show is pretty much
He's the
it's like
voice.
entirely him. So like,
Is he Morty's? Is he
he's
Morty's
Rick and
voice?
Morty. He's both.
He's Rick
He's
and
both,
Morty.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was just
so,
Rick.
No, he's Rick and Morty.
I thought he was Morty and a bunch of other characters.
Yeah, no,
too.
he's Rick, Morty. Yeah, he is. He's pretty much every character except for like the other family members.
Yo, that's so
That's
nuts.
crazy.
The show is done for. I mean, one of our good friends was just brought it up to us today, even though it's been out for a couple
Yeah.
of days, but he
He's
brought
slow.
up like how the show is just completely done from this. It's just like and it's true. It's
that
just
sucks.
It's so
that
sad.
Sucks.
Bro.
I really love the show too, bro. That's one of my favorite shows.
It's one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah.
Literally, I put it up there. Animated shows, like there's not that many that from beginning to end are as good, as deep, as complex, as narratively like sound, and the characters are just fucking awesome. And then it's got humor like that you've never heard or seen of before.
Yeah, well, it's smart and absurd, and maybe a little bit. Maybe sometimes it thinks it's smarter,
over the top,
sometimes
gory,
it thinks it's smarter than it is. But it is definitely, it definitely is. Yeah, it's all those things. And it was, I mean, right now I think we take a lot of that shit for granted, but it was very much like, especially when the show first came out in like 2013, I think it was very much, like ahead of its time.
I don't think it was there yet, though. I think maybe 3-4 more seasons we would have started taking it for granted, but it was still killing it. Like right now, I'm still catching every episode. Like, and it's just now it's like I love the show. I don't love the creator. I don't love the creator at all.
And it's gonna be hard.
But I love the show. I'm not gonna support the show anymore because he made it, but I love the show. That's it. I'm letting it go now.
Yep. That's all you can do.
Well, while we're on the topic of
officially let it go.
While we're on the topic of domestic violence, Dana White is caught on New Year's slapping his wife.
I did see that. Yeah, and he said he's like there'll be no repercussions in the UFC to him. He's like the only repercussion will be I'll be viewed as a wife beater for the rest of my life, which like is true, but also like you don't get to like make your own punishment just because you own the company you work for. Like that's kind of like it's kind of shitty,
Wait, but hold on. I thought
he's with the buck stops with
still
him.
Like an owner.
I think there are other.
No, he is. No, I think it's him.
Like he's not the sole owner. What happened?
Yep.
Yeah, because it was Zuffa. It was Zuffa, and then they changed their name. And I know Zuffa appointed him as CEO of UFC. And then Zuffa changed their name, and I'm pretty sure the guy that owns
feel like
Zuffa
he's the head.
is still
there.
UFC. Unless I'm wrong.
There could be someone with the money maybe behind him, but he's got money.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he said.
Did you guys see what happened with Francis? I think it was yesterday. The day before. Ngannou, he's a free agent.
Yeah.
That's it. They couldn't come to terms for a deal to bring Ngannou back to the UFC.
What do you mean?
So Dana had a press conference and he officially absolved him of his contract and he let him go. He said he's free to do whatever he wants. Not going to waste time on him anymore. He's kind of been trying to do this deal for a couple of years. Ngannou's knee is really messed up. He doesn't necessarily know if he's even going to come back the same. John Jones has been trying to fight for the longest. He's been trying to get a fight. He's not waiting. He's not training. He's ready now. And he's been putting him off because Dana's been trying to get the deal with Francis done, to get a few more fights, done. And the money was just never right. Whatever it is, and negotiating terms were never right. And they couldn't come to a deal, and he didn't want to hold up Francis and John Jones anymore. So he decided to say, you know what, you don't want to fight anymore. I'm not going to allow you to hold up the division. We're going to give up our right to match you, and you can go do whatever you want. You can go, to any spot, and you could start your own, freaking fight company like you said you wanted to one time. Like he was asked these questions, and he literally said, yeah, he doesn't know what he's going to do, but he did want to go create a fighting company by himself. He wishes him the best. And now John Jones is fighting Cyril Gane on March.
Right.
Yeah.
That's mad random. But to go back to the company thing, look, it says UFC is a subsidiary type company, and the owner is Endeavor.
Who's the owner of Endeavor?
Endeavor. But yeah, the owner is Endeavor. And
Endeavor.
Endeavor. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. Endeavor.
Why the fuck is the name of the
owner of that? Let's see. The executive chairman is Patrick Whitesell, and then Ari Emanuel is the CEO. So that's what I'm saying. That company, wouldn't they just
I don't think
say get
it's
the hell
like
out
that.
of here, you can't be
I
the
don't think
president
it's
no more
like
because they technically own UFC.
Dana has a lot more power than that because
even though
he's literally
Dana's a president.
it. Well, I mean, he built it up into what it is. When it was handed down to him, it was nowhere.
Well, he didn't really create it. Yeah, it was handed down to him.
Yeah, it was nothing. Like he built it.
Oh well, yeah, he was the main guy when MMA was like the wave.
him,
you know, he was. Yeah, he built the main cards and all that. So yeah, I give him that. But back to that Francis Ngannou thing, yo. I think he has a habit of the whole point that they had beef was that Francis wanted more money because the UFC is known for not paying their fighters correctly. Everyone knows
he said the contract. He said the contract that he
doesn't
offered
want to pay his fighters more money.
Would have made him the highest paid heavyweight
there's a lot
in the
of shit
history of UFC, which that doesn't mean shit. Like it could mean it's $100 more than what Brock Lesnar got. Like he said, it was more than Brock Lesnar's. It was more than that. It was
really
the highest
over John
paid heavyweight
Jones
contract ever given to anyone. That's what he was going to give to Francis. But he kept saying it was just he was going to be the highest paid player. Like, bro, give the amount. What are you giving him like $5,000 more? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? So kudos to Francis for going out.
Yeah.
But that's been a running thing too, though. Like with all these fighters, they all say they don't get paid enough to an extent, which is why we see a lot of them leave to Bellator. They go to one championship. You know, they could get more money over.
That's what he said. He said he can go. He's probably going to go and
the viewership
whoever throws
insane,
money
you know?
at him, he'll go and fight for them.
But
and he'll. It's like all right. Basically, what Dana's saying is like, I'm not throwing money at anyone. You're gonna go out there because this is the platform, and you're gonna take what I pay you, and that's it. This is the platform, the only platform. So you don't have a choice. You want to go and beat yourself up when no one cares? You want to go and beat yourself up when no one's watching for money? Then go ahead. But the satisfaction of the sport is here on my platform. So that's why he treats it like that.
And you know what's crazy that you say that? It's crazy that you say that because he actually put a tweet out saying, he wanted to fight lesser opponents for more money. And basically he was like downplaying him pretty much. But it's a tactic. That's a media tactic that they use where they try to make it seem like, he's the difficult one, not me.
There's a lot more to it than.
But meanwhile, behind closed doors, you don't want to negotiate.
Like
you don't want to give
he definitely
would
have fought John Jones. I think he would have fought John Jones.
There's always a lot more.
He's not gonna fight someone that dangerous and not get paid right. I don't blame him.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, bro. And he probably, honestly,
especially with that oblique kick, and I have a bad knee. Hell no, he's gonna kick my knee out.
He literally said that he didn't even think that Francis would be ready for March, anyways. Like he was dealing with his knee issue, and it's been really bad. So it looks to me like Dana, if I'm looking at it from my angle, Dana wants him to fight because he brings in money and he brings in dollars. Francis doesn't really care about it that much anymore because he is a champion and his knee is messed up and he's a family man, right? Like he wants to go home. He likes to be home. You know what I mean? So for him to come back and fight and let alone fight John Jones, the only reason Dana would have let him go a year and a half ago, let's be real, if it was anybody else. They don't got no fucking patience for anybody. He lets people loose the minute they go across him. But he knew that Francis versus Jones would bring him the most money. He would have put that shit in MSG if he could have gotten it. You know? So that's why he wanted to push for it so bad. But eventually he just said,
yeah, that's a super fight.
No to the money. The money was never good. He probably never nudged. He's probably being a shitty person as he usually is. And Francis said no. And Francis is the first one to stand up. But it just kind of sucks because you look at it and Francis is not healthy. He's not healthy. So it doesn't even really matter. I wouldn't have wanted him to fight John Jones. He looked horrible in that last fight, honestly. When he won it, it was okay, but he didn't win that shit outright. Like he was almost knocked out like 2 or 3 times in his last championship fight. So it's like, okay, cool. But now he gets to fight Cyril Gane. John Jones, Cyril Gane. Now the man's gonna get mopped up, but it's still gonna be a hell of a fight to watch because that man can fight. So we'll see what John got left in the tank. Would it surprise you though?
Yo, imagine Cyril Gane just like drops John Jones.
Well, his first fight back after all this time out. Would it surprise you?
Yes. John Jones is, I mean, I'm not really a John Jones fan. How many times has he done that though?
Well,
he's arguably undefeated, bro.
So,
he
like,
only
let's say
lost
he
to
comes
himself.
back, he gets
Literally.
knocked out.
No one ever physically beat John
Unless
Jones.
it's like a sleep knockout where like he got fucking put to sleep, like where they're gonna make memes and
that's crazy, yo.
and fucking shorts out of it and shit. Yeah, like unless it's something like that, I think he'll be fine. I think everyone will be like, I still want to see him fight again. But if Cyril Gane gets mopped up and John Jones just puts on an electric performance at this higher weight that he supposedly gained naturally, it took him years to get to this weight, the way he did it the right way. Yo, UFC is going to be back, baby. If John Jones is back, just stay away from the my man.
I don't know.
It's like clockwork. He come back, he fight like a few weeks later, some shit.
Hopefully he don't lose to himself again.
Drugs, PEDs. He's out for however many years. It's like it's been like clockwork over the last. I think it's happened. How many times has that happened to him? 3 times now? I think it's been like 3 times. That's like,
bro, like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, well, one of them was for cocaine.
And one time it was like a mix-up.
And then
he said it was a mix-up. Like, he didn't know, and his training staff didn't know, and that it was administered by them. Or it was one PD and one cocaine. Yeah, and I think there was like some legitimacy to it, but at the end of the day, he still took the drug, so they couldn't.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
they couldn't let him go. They had to ban him still. So let's hope he's right. Let's hope he's right. That was just a mistake, a mishap.
Right.
Let's let this man live and. Holding him up all these years. He's been ready to fight since like July, apparently.
Right.
John Jones. He's been ready. He's been waiting. And Francis has been off putting this deal time and time again because he doesn't want the money. And Dana made him wait all that time. You know how many? That's 6-7 months, bro. Like, that's a lot of time. He could have done 3 fights in that span because that's the way he wants to come back. He wants to turn around quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, you remember that? That's from finance.
That's a good amount of money you could have had.
Yeah.
Opportunity cost.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's economics 101.
That's a one financial tip of the episode, y'all.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I got it out early. You better not ask me later because I got it out early. I got nothing else for you. I am telling you now.
Well, moving on. Yo, y'all saw that whole El Chapo thing with his son?
I saw some stuff
just
about it.
I saw like a
video,
cartel
like a
can go to war with the government,
like that
with
was,
police.
I didn't really get, like, the
it's just like, God damn, how many of them are you guys?
Yo, nah. First, it started with a video of the raid on like the cartel's compound, right? So the SWAT team pulls up, they get El Chapo's son, put him in a car or whatever, right? The videos after that were all cartel videos all over Twitter, bro. All you see is like all just white pickup trucks, tinted windows, and then you have the videos of the cartel where they're showing their guns and stuff. They're getting ready. Yo, they put barricades on highways. They're shooting at planes that were taking off at the airport. They had buses on fire in the middle of the street.
Like civilian planes?
Yes, civilian planes, bro. Bro, it's shooting everybody. This is what they did the last time. This is the second time this happened. The first time, it was the same shit. The cartel was like, yo, if you don't give up El Chapo's son, we're going to start killing cops and we're going to start killing everybody. That's exactly what they did. The cops lost the war. They literally had no choice but to give up El Chapo's son. They caught him again. They went back to war again. And now you see cartel members with Barrett 50... Bro, the cartels got Barrett 50 cows. They got military grade weapons, bro. They got M4s. All this tactical gear and shit.
Inadvertently,
like, bro, you would have thought they're all military.
Definitely from us. Smuggled,
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
It's American weapons that they have.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I seen a video where it was a squad of like 3, I think it was 3 cops. They saw like they were on a top level and there was like 4 flights of stairs and there was like cartel members on the bottom of those stairs. One of the SWAT team members, bro, he let off like 3-4 shots. This man slid on the railing.
Oh, we going action movie
as he's sliding on the railing, he's unloading a whole clip, going down, shooting, bro.
It's like fucking, like John Wick
Max
style.
Payne.
Yes, bro. I was like, yo, nah, this is straight out of Call of Duty. Like it was wild,
yo,
bro.
for real. Fucking what's that?
Yeah.
His adrenaline must have been pumping.
Where he has to keep his heart pumping with the adrenaline.
That balance.
Crank. Yes, Crank. One of the greatest movies ever made.
Crank.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah,
that
was great.
So good.
That was a great
very
movie.
underappreciated. Yep.
That was a sleeper, bro. Not a lot of people know about that movie.
Underappreciated.
Yeah, that was a good movie. But like you said, Chris, like the fact that the cartel
multiple times by the way, they're gonna win this one too,
and win is insane.
Like how many soldiers you got, my guy? Like they are literally they're like a nation on their own, basically. They're a nation on their own, in a nation, and they're saying, "You got our leader. We're gonna go to war with you. You don't give our leader back." Like if someone took the president of the United States, we going to war, right? Like we're gonna get him back. That's basically what they're doing, and they're getting because they run their nation on cocaine and narcotics and sell the black market of guns and shit like that. Like that's how they run their economy. And they're saying, leave us the fuck alone, bro. You know, and it's nuts what's going on down. And I didn't know any of the details you mentioned about like shooting at planes, about barricading highways. Like that just makes it sound like it's the fucking purge or something.
Really? Yo, yes. Yo, they like when it happened on Twitter, bro. You can see all the videos. You can probably still find them now if you look it up.
Websites that got those bad videos up, bro.
They had buses.
Yeah, bro. Trust me. Trust me. They got videos of them getting cops,
those
taking out hearts, like stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah, I love that shit. Yeah,
bro. They're ruthless, man. Mexico and South America, man. Mexico and South
Live
America,
leak, baby.
When it comes to the gangs.
Bring me back to the good old days of Live Leak, am I right?
Those Ecuador prison riots. Have you heard about the prison riots in Ecuador?
No, they really are,
well, my guy.
Yeah, he'd even.
There's one prison riot in Ecuador that happened like the year. It actually was pandemic.
No, I don't believe so.
Basically, like there was two rival gangs in this one prison in Ecuador. It's one of those prisons where they throw you in and throw away the key. They don't go in there, and they all just run the prison. There's two rival gangs. One rival gang got really pissed at another. Apparently, outside, one of the leaders got shot up. So they inside is where most of the gang people are, because honestly, they just go to jail and that's where they operate and they run their shit from there. Like it's crazy. They use the whole prison as a fucking headquarters. It's like CIA for narcotics. But yeah, bro. And then one of the sides got mad. They snuck in. Now, mind you, there's guards all around outside, but they're not going to stop any of the cartels. What they're doing, they're not going to stop nothing. They're just there to keep them from coming out, I guess. And they're unarmed. So they sneak in like hundreds of machetes, handguns, all this stuff. Not a lot of ammo, but they didn't really use it, but the machetes, bro. And they sent like 200 cell phones, 250 cell phones. And the leader told them, kill all of them, record all of it, decapitate, remove hearts, do whatever you got to do, everything, make examples of all of them and record it. And send it to me. We're going to upload it to all the social medias everywhere, wherever we can get it to. And we're going to make example. And they proceeded to do just that. They killed like 112 people. They were literally like, there was videos of them just constantly just like dude was dead already, right? And they were just playing like soccer with the decapitated head. Like they were just, yeah. And there was one, like the heart was like still pumping in his hand, like shit like that, bro. Like, and these are real videos. Like they literally have them. Like, and you never look at a human body the same after you watch these videos, because we literally it's just a slab of meat to these people. And to know that Mexico's capable of that and the police down there are dealing with that, there's a lot of shit that we're not seeing. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. They're brutal, dude. Like, I feel like people don't understand.
You would survive.
Like, it's like
you would survive.
Like, I don't know, just brutally violent down there.
Yeah, you would survive.
You know, at least it can be, not everywhere. It's a great country.
Put you in the fire pit. You would come out.
Yeah,
I would come back
know,
like 2 months later, and you'd be alive.
There's
you'd figure out a way.
Yeah.
That mofo has a ruthlessness to him. I know he gonna survive, bro.
What makes you say that?
I know he gonna survive, bro. He gonna find a way. Listen,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't say what part of
it.
Maybe like
there's gonna be a cartel dude listening to this, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, all right, gotta find them now. That's it. Go to New York."
Nah, I didn't see that.
Yo, do y'all remember that video of that dude getting his head cut off with a chainsaw, and then his boy got his head cut off with like a bro? That video was crazy. It was two dudes.
Wait, what video? What video?
There's a video of two guys, right? And one of them gets his head chopped off with a chainsaw.
Okay.
The second guy, they cut his head off, bro, with like a 6-inch knife, bro, like a pocket knife.
Was this
Sounds like the last one
were they
was
like
to me.
chained to a wall?
Nah, they were the back was like.
I'm thinking of a different video.
I mean, I don't know if they're chained to a wall. I don't know if they're chained to a wall, but there was definitely like a concrete wall behind them, and like they were just had their hands behind their back, bro, and like one dude took a chainsaw, chopped one up, and the other guy literally just cut through with a, like I said, like a 6-inch knife, bro. That's crazy.
Like this sounds like something that I remember seeing.
It was an old video.
Yeah, it's an old video. Yeah, that's why I remember. I do remember some sort of wall. I mean, I thought I remember. I don't know. It's been forever since I've seen it, but it's kind of burned into my brain. Don't really forget something like that.
Yeah, it's probably the same one.
Yeah, probably. I'm sure that was one of those things that was like spread around a lot online back on the 4chan, old Reddit days.
Yeah, that one.
That was when World Star was crazy.
Or
World Star
yeah,
first
like,
came
like
in. It's definitely dumbed down.
The Wild West of the internet back in the day.
Oh my god, bro! You remember the website? You remember how bad it looked? Like how fucking
before it got mainstream.
Antiquated
Well, now it's
the
mainstream.
website used to look. I remember when I first discovered it was on the internet, and it was like I was just looking through the video, and it was just like so like bad, bro. So I don't remember what was the old. I know it's Live Leaks now. What was it before? Was it Live Leaks before? It was, but Live Leaks recently closed down. They recently shut down their whole website. I don't know if you knew this, but go to their website. They shut down in like 2021, officially forever. And they no longer operate, but now it's it's USA Crime now. Like USA Crime is one of the websites now. You go there. They have all those videos there from the US. Shit that happened. It's crazy. They got Facebook Live videos. They got, this crazy what the fuck happens out in the world, man. Crazy. Hood crimes. No?
There was one website that was like Hood Site or something like that. And that's what they have all those crazy videos on there too.
Hood crime.
Nah, I remember it was Hood Site, and then they changed to like Hoodville.
Yeah, bro. Like just wild shit, bro. Like that you don't even understand.
And they usually have those videos that are wild out, bro.
It's just crazy, man. That's why you gotta watch your family, watch your kids when y'all have kids. Who they around, who they grew up with, like.
Yeah. But also those were like Wild West internet days where like things like aren't you can't find as much like things stuff like that is constantly getting taken down.
They upload more and more and more videos and they don't get taken down. No.
Yeah, but we're still not able to see like the same I'm sure like websites like Best Score and like Pain Olympics and like
you're right, like
even Live Leak and like 4chan have been dumbed down.
It's like almost like here to stay. Like I don't know how they get all this.
That's
shit,
what I'm saying.
It's literally like Facebook for crime. It's insane. It's insane. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, millions of views sometimes. Like, it's not like this shit's not watched.
That's wild.
It's like YouTube, actually. It's like, like you got to try to like get the most views on when you post a video or something, It's like, it's crazy. Crazy.
Well, moving on. This is the last topic I got for y'all. Did y'all hear about AI?
It's an AI lawyer.
Is going to defend the human for the first time in history?
Yeah. AI lawyer.
What do you mean defend?
That's kind of cheating.
Like in court? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like in court?
It's an AI lawyer, bro.
I mean, yeah, probably. It probably just
how does one write?
You're right.
How they just write
that's
a script
insane.
for it?
Like, does it listen to audio and react to audio and react to what the decisions the other lawyers make? Does it react? Could you imagine? It has a storage of all evidence. Yeah, and it has a way to use every piece of evidence. It has a way to use every piece of evidence to counter any claims by the defense, by the prosecution. Like, what the? How deep is the AI for this fucking lawyer? Because if it's, bro.
Yeah, what sort of fucking code do they have to write to make this thing run?
Adapt
run properly and adapt. Like, you know,
or do they do give it a couple minutes to like assess what was just said, and then it blurts out something? Like, how advanced is it too? That's interesting because if it's a fucking AI that defends this guy and defends him within 0.3 nanoseconds because that's how a computer moves, fuck that. Fuck that. Criminals will never go to jail, bro. You would literally that's crazy, man. I'm sure there's got to be some human element to it.
Yeah.
Now, I thought about it, and obviously it's programmed, so it must know every law that's written, obviously. But now, as far as the case study goes, let's say there's no video evidence. How are you gonna get that information to that AI for him to defend you?
I'll tell you what though, depending on
how are you gonna
feed
feed
it
it paperwork
I'd take
and
the
shit
AI.
so it knows the case?
If it's not a lot of years, I'd be like, fuck that. Give me the robot. Show me what it got. What the fuck? I don't want no human. I want you to bring in Joe Schmo. I want you to bring in I want you to bring in Joe Schmo who's been divorcing with his wife.
Take your chance with the robot,
years,
bro.
Probably living in an
fuck
apartment.
give me the robot.
Second to take a random ass defense job, as a lawyer, whatever the fuck. Give me the robot. If it's if it's a year and a half, 2 years, nothing crazy. Give me the fucking robot. I don't want no damn human. If I lose, I'll be the first person in history to have a robot as a lawyer and lose.
And if you lose,
I would have moved humanity forward. I would have been all over the news as the first guy to get defended. I would be doing interviews about how it was like to be defended by a robot on Fox, on ABC. I'd be good. Give me the robot. Change my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably not going to do the year if I have the robot, right?
So you would do a year because of a damn robot.
There's got to be some rules. If the battery runs out, that shit can't be
No,
right?
Let's say you did
you gotta have
you
rules
lost.
to help me out.
Definitively.
If he glitch out, they gotta be able to reset him, right? And make it right. So if he's always gonna be working, what are the chances that I lose? And it's a charge that's giving me 2 to 5, maybe 5 years max, I'm saying, bro, I would take the robot. I would fuck yeah. Someone got to be the test subject.
I would want to see the results first before
your life has changed forever.
Get test subject. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as it's nothing crazy, I'd say it'd have to be.
I think it depends on the crime
right?
too. What is this guy
choose? Well 2 years, a misdemeanor, some shit. I don't know, bro. As long as it's nothing crazy,
homicide and vehicle manslaughter.
Yeah. No,
that's your charge.
No, give me the human.
Those are your charges: homicide and vehicular manslaughter. Go.
Give me the human. Give me the human. If it's not, so crazy,
give me the human. Yeah, I'm not risking that much time on.
All right.
Yeah. But here's the real question. Here's the question. Did I actually do it?
AI.
That's another thing, bro.
I don't know. I'm not telling the AI.
That's another thing.
How would the AI know, bro?
The AI would get feelings.
I know, but I'm saying whether you did it or not would affect your own decision making in picking a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you genuinely didn't do it and you're not worried about actually going to jail, then fuck it, hire the robot. But if you really did it and you're trying to not go to jail for something you did
do, this fucking robot go? Because the whole point of a lawyer as a defense lawyer too, I watch My Cousin Vinny. Okay, I've watched all these movies. They come up with crazy shit that gets you out of it. That's oh, you're innocent, if you didn't do it, right? So if you didn't do it, there's many situations where you're oh, you're at wrong place, wrong time. You're the person that did it for now. I'm not taking a human, bro. I don't know. If you telling me the robot got all the evidence, you tell me the robot knows every single law. You tell me the robot knows how to react to everything that the prosecution is going to say. You tell me that the robot can object. You're telling me that the robot can say, can I approach the stand? If you're telling me the robot does all that shit, give me the robot. Give me the robot. And then if it's wrong, when I get out in 5 years, I'll come and find you and I'll deal with shit myself. And then I won't have the robot next time when I get defense for that crime, because that's definitely going to be bad. But I would be like, yo, give me the robot, bro. If you're telling me it's doing all this shit, let's go.
Wait,
Hey, give me the robot, bro. Give me the robot.
Imagine that though. You come out, you destroy the robot. All right, we're on trial
for them
because
to
Chris
officially put it on the
destroyed the
stand.
first AI lawyer.
I think you gotta understand. There's a lot of shit that has to go right for that AI robot. that court is not going to allow that AI robot to be a lawyer unless there's studies, there's tests done, there's a lot of evidence, of fucking mile high pile of evidence to let that thing be a lawyer officially for someone. Because it's not a test run. It's actually defending someone, right? It's actually going to be in trial. I'm that guy. That guy who chose to take the robot.
Yeah,
I'm him.
Defend the human.
Now let's see how stupid or smart we are.
Wait a second. Hold on. Let me see this. It says, so the first paragraph, it says, when going to traffic court, the cost of wrangling an attorney to help plead your case can often exceed the ticket fine itself. And that's assuming you can find a lawyer to take on such low-stakes case. So why not skip legal fees altogether and take counsel from an artificial intelligence? That's a solution Joshua Browder, CEO of consumer liberation startup Do Not Pay, is testing out next month, when his company will pay 2 defendants going to traffic court up to $1,000 each to wear smart glasses that will double up as their attorneys. So I guess you defend yourself with these smart glasses, and the glasses will tell you, like, okay, respond like this.
That's not what we agreed upon. Nope. I'm walking out of that room. Now, mind you, these are for parking tickets.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was right. Look, now it says the glasses will record the proceedings, and a chatbot built on OpenAI's GPT-3, famous for transcribing ballads and high school essays on demand, will offer legal arguments in real time,
to repeat
which
what the robot tells you?
Have pledged to repeat.
Get the nah. That's
crazy.
Nope.
That's crazy, bro.
Nah, that's ass. Nah, that's
so
ass.
Technically you're kind of defending yourself just with the aid of glasses, because the glasses is a chatbot.
Ass.
Yeah,
I'm not taking that shit. He's gonna end up paying that parking ticket. That's lost.
I'm not taking no damn robot. If it's like that, hell nah, bro.
4 iterations before it's able to tell that the person didn't pass a red light. What the fuck is it gonna tell you? What is it gonna tell you to say? If you really ran the red light and it's on camera, the AI is gonna come up with some dumb shit to say that you didn't.
Sorry to not do it.
The AI should know. The AI has no filter. It literally sees you committing a crime. What the fuck is the AI gonna say? A human will sit there and literally look stupid and lie for you. And the AI is not. What the fuck's the AI gonna do? Is it gonna blatantly lie? Is it just with a robotic voice? Like,
not lie.
That's crazy. No.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
This is the first
this
step,
is where it gets scary, because it's like,
start
damn, we really reaching iRobot.
Right? The fountains.
Yeah. And then that one AI turns rogue, and that's
remember
it.
That everything that we have that's automated.
Then next you know, we have the Terminator. You know?
Yeah.
Yo, you're seeing
Very
that
true.
now. There's
in Stop and Shop, there are like no more cashiers.
Like some cashiers were like robots or something like that. No, am I bugging? Like I heard a story about that.
But like they're big now and they're easy for you to use, and they got the bags at the end. You bag it yourself, and they're you like turn it. It's like on a turnstile kind of thing, and you pull a bag and you pull a bag a little bit, you fill it with stuff, and you turn it, you grab the next bag, you turn it, you grab the next bag, and you can scan everything yourself. And you know, it takes it by the weight. It has a big ass scale. It's not a little scale like they used to be. Now it's a fucking huge scale, and you put all your stuff on it and you pay for it. And there's like a couple guys that run up and down that probably, like, you know, if it says cash assistance needed or something, they run up and down and do that shit. But there used to be like 10 cashiers in there. Now there's none. There's only two. There's only two guys just running back and forth for, you know, whenever they need to swipe their cards.
That's crazy. Well, it's definitely bugging on robots taking over cashiers, but however, there are robots in LA that they deliver shit.
Like I've seen drone delivery, but like, what do you mean?
It delivers like food
it's
and
literally
shit.
a robot
or like
on 4
items
wheels,
too?
bro. Like it has, like it's I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It looks
Cali?
like, yeah,
Cali?
it delivers anything, bro. It's like
In LA?
it's on 4 wheels and it's like a rectangle
What
robot,
about
bro.
Compton?
And it goes to its destination in Cali, yeah. Yes, LA.
I know for sure they ain't rolling with them dudes through Compton. I'm robbing that shit.
I don't know about Compton, but
tell
LA
me,
definitely.
I don't even
Yo,
know.
imagine
Bro.
that shit. They
Someone's gonna buy one of
fucking they'll
those things
jailbreak
and use it for their own
the
game.
robot and have it
But that's
deliver drugs.
crazy. I want to know how secure those things are. They probably mad secure. I hope.
Yo,
There's no way. If you live in Compton,
so you already
go
know the
put your zip
gangbangers,
code,
bro.
it
If
just
they
says
get
it's
their
not
hands on a
available
robot
in your
like that,
area.
yo, that's it.
Oh, well, I don't know why when you said that, my first thought was like people
Fucking
who have like
episode is
group sex,
definitely
and I was
nearing the
just like,
end.
why? I was
Hey,
like,
yo.
I was just like, what are you talking about? Then I was like, oh wait, no, you mean.
Yeah, completely. Apparently.
I'm sorry. Well, because I thought I didn't realize. I love the context was lost on me for a second there. You know.
Oh my god, you just didn't hear
Yeah.
it right. Yeah,
I mean,
can
that is
see-
all I got
that's
for you guys.
bad.
Well, he said gangbangers, and like I feel like you more hear that today.
Oh.
It's what he's. Yeah, exactly. It's what he said. Like, what do you?
Damn,
What do you
that sounded
thank
like
you.
I
you
What do
mean,
you?
said
people that throw
Yeah.
up their sets, you know.
That's I think that's a great ending. I think that's
All right, you know
very,
what? Anyways,
cinematic.
that's all I got for y'all.
Filmic_gaming. We just dropped the Sifu and Sleeping
very.
Dogs edit. It's
Well,
like
yeah.
a little collaboration. Ran 2 missions side by side. It's really nice to see how Sleeping Dogs has aged since 2012. It looks beautiful on PC. The reflections and the rain, the 4K graphics. They added a couple of features to the graphics. Right before they closed down, right before United Front Games closed down. And it just looks beautiful on PC. So definitely check it out and go pick up that game again. It's one of those games you would love to play again. I loved it. Yeah, for sure, man. That open world is so deep. You look at Cyberpunk and you look at that game, you're like, what the fuck?
Definitely a gem.
Like that game, the AIs in that game do crazy shit. Like they're eating, they jump out of tables when you're driving like through the table and shit, which you shouldn't do, but you know, if you do it, they jump out the way, they run, they got umbrellas out in the rain. Cyberpunk don't got none of that shit. They walk out in the rain with no umbrella all the time. This is whack, bro. Yeah, the police in that game are lit. Like they actually chased you. The car mechanics where you could
walk through tables,
jolt right
bro.
and left to like crash the cars. You could action dismount. Remember, you could ride on top of the cars and jump from car to car, or like motorcycle to motorcycle. So awesome, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those games.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, Brendan, what say you? Anything?
You don't want people to find it.
I don't want people to find me.
He gave his financial tip.
So don't come looking.
You want to repeat the financial tip? I don't even remember what the financial tip was.
Yeah, no, I didn't forget. I know, so I was gonna ask. I just want to make sure.
I don't remember what it was, to be honest.
Jesus, I have to listen.
You know,
to
it's best left that way.
This is crazy.
It's somewhere out there in the ether.
But it was
Someone will
awesome.
find it.
They'll take a note. Well, you already know. Follow the Instagram page at Life is Strange Pod. And with that being said, life is strange.